20-year-old Brazilian superstar, Joao Fonseca, who's playing in his first ATP Tour final and aiming to become the 10th youngest champion in ATP Tour history. What a revelation this young man is. He's the youngest ATP finalist on clay since Carlos Alcaraz in 2021. And now for the Argentine #1, Francisco Serundolo, who's taken out, among others, his younger brother, Juan Manuel, this week, and also Alexander Zverev, the world #2, the biggest win of his career. And he's the favourite to pick up this title for the first time at the second attempt. He's lost just one set throughout. Miles McLagan, time to bring you in. And what a final we have here in Buenos Aires.
Good afternoon, Canny. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, it's a great final. It's been a good field, lots of excellent players. We've lost Zverev on the way, we've lost Rune on the way, and many others. But yeah, to have Serundolo playing at home and this young, bright star of the tour, who knows where his journey may take him. But we've got two players in form. Perhaps a little question over the young man's fitness. He had the physio on yesterday, but adrenaline perhaps and crowd energy surely will work wonders for him.
Okay, gentlemen, so just
will
start
be
the
our
conditions.
chair
Net
umpire.
device, 25 seconds between points, starting automatically after 3 seconds. Serve clocks on the far corners. We have TV changeovers, and we also have live ELC. So there is no need to challenge. Everything is done by the system, including foot faults. And I will ask you only not to erase the mark, unless you are conceding the call in case of a malfunction and I need to do a ball mark inspection. For the towels, #1 and #2, do you have any question? This is heads and tails. Joao, Francisco?
ATP, please.
This one?
Yeah.
ATP, heads. Buenísima, tails. Joao, receive. Picture, please, facing that, well, one facing that side, please. And now turn around, please.
So first strike to the 18-year-old Joao Fonseca. He wins the toss, elects to receive first. We'll see Francisco
Another one, please. Thank you.
This championship match.
Have a good one. You said receive? Receive.
What a moment for both men. A second Buenos Aires final for Francisco Serundolo. The first since 2021 when he lost the championship match to Diego Schwartzman. A first ever ATP Tour final for Joao Fonseca. And let's just see quickly and remind you how they did it. Fonseca had a match point at 5-4 in the second set against Laszlo Djere. 44 minutes later, he had match points 2 and 3 after a medical timeout, which he received at 2-1 for an abdomen issue. Didn't lose a game after that. Meantime, Francisco Serundolo, the 5th seed, had a much easier time with Pedro Martinez, who'd been given a walkover in his quarterfinal match against Lorenzo Musetti. So much has happened over the week. This man has picked up the biggest win of his career over the world #2, Alexander Zverev, who's beaten his younger brother. He's lost just one set, Miles, and that forehand of his has been sparkling.
It certainly has. What a great athlete. What a good backhand as well. He's used that very well to move things around, but he's actually served exceptionally well as well. And he made a good point yesterday after his match. He said, you know, he has been in a final here, but it was his first final. He's just got a little better ideas what to expect. So these little things, these little margins that we look at can make a difference. He might not quite know what he's up against. And that's why this is so exciting to find out. I mean, you know, his opponent is so explosive, as he is, so we know there's going to be plenty of big forehands out there, but he's a quality player. Let's look at his run through. I think he should still be physically fresh. He said it was an awkward one against Zverev, wasn't it? Just the conditions were breezy. The crowd was pretty lively, but yeah, he's in good shape, I think, to give his best Serundolo.
6 hours, 43 minutes for Francisco Serundolo through his 4 matches. It's been an awful lot longer for Joao Fonseca, who's lost 3 sets. 9 hours and 7 minutes. The ranking currently at 99, but he will move as the Brazilian #1 ahead of Thiago Saibo of use after this match, regardless of whether he wins or loses it. What an achievement for an 18-year-old in Brazil. He's an absolute superstar, winner of the Next Gen at the end of 2024. He's won a challenger already this season. Did well at the Australian Open, didn't he? Qualifying and getting to the second round. It's been another incredible tournament. This is his run. It started, Miles, with a fabulous win over Echeverry to net 3-3. Then it got a little bit tricky.
Yes, that was about the only straightforward match, and then coming from behind a couple of times, and saving match points against Navoni, who was excellent. Boy, felt for Navoni after that one. He'd done so much so well, but just tightened up. And Fonseca, we've marveled all week, haven't we, at the 18-year-old. I was just being able to keep us cool, manage the crowd, manage his emotions, as you mentioned. There was a little issue with the back yesterday. I don't think it was significant. We didn't notice it, but perhaps just tightening up, and there had been plenty of treatment and perhaps a few pills afterwards just to ease it.
That is the team of Joao Fonseca. On the left there is Guillermo Teixeira, his physio on the right, Egidio, and the team of Francisco Serundolo, Joao, his time coach. And he said that man in blue there all the time, Pablo Cuevas, the magic man, cheering him on, a man who was born in Argentina but of course represented Uruguay in his career. A first meeting between these two, it's Francisco Serundolo. This is Joao Fonseca. Championship Sunday at the oldest tennis tournament in South America. A very warm welcome to the 25th edition of the Argentina Open, where we've got a dream final. Buenos Aires native Francisco Serundolo looking for a 4th ATP Tour title, a first on home soil in his second attempt at this venue, up against the evergreen 18-year-old Brazilian wonder kid, Joao Fonseca, playing in his first ever ATP Tour final. We're going to have a new champion. Will it be an Argentinian or a Brazilian? Fonseca on the toss, selected to receive first. My name's Candy Reid, joined in the commentary booth by Miles McLagan for what should be a truly thrilling encounter. So sit back, relax, and enjoy what could be a fabulous Championship Sunday.
Players will be looking to hit the ground running. The crowd certainly haven't they? They're ready for this one too. It's been a great atmosphere all week. Pretty much had a full house. And even the neutrals are sort of intrigued to see what Fonseca can offer, if there are any neutrals.
We're going to have a World Cup atmosphere, aren't we? Argentina versus Brazil. And how about that for a start from Joao Fonseca, who did have a medical timeout at 2-1 in the third set of his semi-final against Laszlo Djere. He seemed to have an abdomen problem, which was worked on by the physio. Actually didn't lose a game after the medical timeout, won 4 games in a row against the experienced Serb. Seems to be moving and physically fine.
The winner of the toss in every match I've covered has chosen to receive.
Yes.
And this is kind of what you hope for with a good start. He hasn't capitalized yet. Little difference, a few more nerves maybe in the final.
About their fabulous forehands, Miles. Just break down their games if you wouldn't mind.
Well, they're not dissimilar. I think Serundolo has the edge in the movement. A little more firepower on the Fonseca forehand, but Serundolo can certainly get his ball through the court.
It's an early break for Joao Fonseca, makes good on his decision to receive first, and the Brazilian fans of Seleção on their feet, celebrating already. He hasn't won the trophy yet. One love.
Yeah, given the helping hand early on there, presumably by some early nerves, but he just the signs are again talked quite a lot in his first few matches, or matches 2 and 3, about just he was overly aggressive. But found a good balance yesterday, and looks like he's done so again today. I think Fonseca has certainly the edge in terms of power on that forehand wing and the serve. He seems to get it bouncing off the court a little bit, but yeah, they're similar styles of player.
So it will come down to the intangibles.
Yeah. Managing the nerves, the situation, expectations.
How is this young man feeling as well? His first ever ATP Tour final. He's already had a sensational year. A winner at the Canberra Challenger, which happened shortly after he won the Next Gen in 2024. Fonseca went to Melbourne Park, managed to qualify without losing a set, then beat Andrei Rublev, biggest win of his career, before losing in 5 to Lorenzo Sonego. It's a double faults. Imagine Nacho Forchadell is going to be very busy today in the chair. Fonseca has come through against Thomas Martin Echeverry on this court 3 and 3. Lost the first set to Frederica Coria of Argentina, a lucky loser. Won it 6-2 in the third set. Then saved a couple of match points against Mariano Navoni, another Argentinian whom he beat 7-5 in the third set, before coming through yesterday in semi-finals against Laszlo Djere, 6-1 in the decider.
Dances into position. Just hear the crack, the beautiful timing of it, using the pace of the shot, the bounce up off the court. Still got plenty of energy on it.
That's the only slight criticism of Joao Fonseca, if you can call it that, because he does sometimes go for absolute broke on perhaps balls that should be spun in deep. Well, then, so many times he does get a winner off that. Great point for Serundolo. Just made one first serve in this game. That's a break right back from Francisco Serundolo. Big roar from the 26-year-old Argentine. One game on.
Yeah, relief for Serundolo. Doesn't want to let Fonseca run away, and when you go break down, there's no guarantee that you'll get a chance to break back. But again, just overplaying, overcomplicating things a little, perhaps, the Brazilian.
He's made it. It's a clip the outside of the line. It was a decent slice approach. And there is Mr. Serundolo, former professional tennis player, Francisco, and Juan Manuel's father. He's produced 2 ATP players. He and his wife running a tennis academy when the boys were young. Oh, yes.
You hear that story so frequently, don't you? Particularly in, I think, Argentina, how the parents were so often were either coaches or very heavily involved.
Not the case for Joao Fonseca. Neither parent particularly played tennis. Joao's older brother a runner. Joao's middle brother apparently loves anything to do with the board, so skateboarding, snowboarding, you name it. No real tennis background.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's the same for Fonseca, without the parents leading the way, the quirk of fate that would lead him into tennis.
Just had a go when he was younger, enjoyed it, and he was the one asking his parents to play. It's too good from Francisco Serundolo in a battle, really, of the forehands today. These the two of the biggest on the ATP Tour.
Yeah, both need to be wary. That ball through the middle is exactly where they want to be playing from, just enough, centrally enough that he can get some angle going out that way.
Serundolo's had an interesting week. Overall, his season sits at 6 wins, 2 defeats. He's come through against Dardari, his younger brother, Juan Manuel Serundolo, 3 years younger. Alexander Zverev, the biggest win of his career. Very good as that serve really hopped up. And he's also beaten Pedro Martinez 6-2, 6-4 to reach the final. So we've had 2 breaks and now 1 hold of serve. Francisco Serundolo sitting down with a 2-1 first set lead. First final of his ATP Tour career, and he talked about it in his courts after winning his semi-final match. How it was the COVID year. He played Diego Schwartzman, no crowd in, strange atmosphere, and ended up losing 6-1, 6-2 to Schwartzman, who of course retired on this court after a second round defeat to Pedro Martinez. It has been the 25th Argentina Open, full of eventualities and big moments. So impressive, isn't it? How cool Joao Fonseca looks. He doesn't look nervous, I'm sure he is. Doing a good Good job of disguising it, former US Open boys champion.
Yeah, he's pretty clear in thinking, it would appear. You know, again, we've already had a little instance where going to break up and could easily have just got frustrated. I'm sure he was frustrated, but it's just seeing the perspective of it, maybe forgiving yourself for being a little nervous in your first final. It's heavy ball striking, and yeah, I think that's a great balance for Fonseca. That, you know, there's just no risk in those two forehands.
Coming for a big semi-final win over Laszlo Joao. There's a lot going on. Played a terrific tiebreaker. Fonseca then was 5-3 up in set 2. Serve for the match. And got pretty nervous, didn't he? Had actually a match point in the next game when Joao was serving at 4-5. 44 minutes later and after medical timeout, he eventually closed it out. That just showed the resilience of the 18-year-old. Coming off a 2-hour and 34-minute match, she hit 46 winners, 31 unforced errors. Fonseca winning about 77% first service points. Right now he's 100%, 4 from 4 when he's landed the first serve. That's the first hold for the Brazilian, 2 games all. Much quicker semi-final for Francisco Serundolo against Pedro Martinez. An hour and 33 minutes, how long it took him to wrap it up. Hit 38 winners in that one.
He's asking for something from his team.
Energy gels, would you say, or food?
It looks a bit more complicated than that, doesn't it?
Ibuprofen. Some salmon. Oh dear.
It's probably the right shot. Fonseca didn't even move. Underdone.
Brilliant serve back of the line from Serundolo. It's a very impressive first serve percentage. Just one so far, 13 of 14 made.
Quick adjustment from Serundolo. Just spotted that Fonseca taken up a different return position. He did that, mixed that up well yesterday a few times. Didn't he? Hit a couple of big returns from right up inside the baseline.
I love 30 to 30 all. stunning because it was a very good return, wasn't it, from Fonseca? Serundolo bringing the baseline rally from then on out, though.
But for a moment, Fonseca maybe just being able to bend this down the line. Covered comfortably in the end.
You can see the fans out in the court, not just the spectators. 29 degrees Celsius, it's a warm one out there. A scorching forehand once again from the local favourite here in Buenos Aires. Argentine #1 remains in front here despite a love 30 start in that game. 3-2 he leads, first set. Serundolo bidding to become the 7th Argentine champ in tournament history. Number 26 on the PIF ATP live rankings as we speak. Will jump to number 24 by winning the title. Will become the 2nd player to win an ATP Tour title at home this season, as Joao has just won in Marseille against Medvedev. Going off to the home of Joao Fonseca next, the Rio tournament around the corner. That's where they'll both be heading to after this. Serundolo's been drawn against Hugo Gaston in the first round there in Rio. And Fonseca will play Alexander Müller of France. Final of the Argentina Open, the 25th edition of this tournament. And hopefully Joao Fonseca has received the menu, has picked out what he wanted to order. And was in order for the Brazilian. Physically, Miles McLagan looks okay after that medical timeout yesterday.
In that area, he certainly does. The fatigue side of things we might not see for a little bit because you've got, you know, there's different stages of the match, don't you? The adrenaline early on, you can feel good, and I'm sure it's one of the things in Serundolo's mind he won't mind making the points longer and tougher. Although it's not easy to do the way he hits the ball, is it? Stay in the point one way or another.
Already had 8 total winners between these two. And there is a 9th.
Just gets so much bounce out of that serve, doesn't he?
Seems to be getting taller every time we see Joao Fonseca.
You see how well Serundolo moves, but he still sort of feels the need to make a little bit of a guess in one way or another. Chose wrong that time, but because of the size of Fonseca's forehand.
Talking of size, he's listed Fonseca at 6'1", 1m85. I think he's been on the stretching machine from Rio de Janeiro. Oh, that is phenomenal, isn't it? The 18-year-old simply has every shot in the book. 3 games all.
He does, and he started to use the slice backhand against Navoni, used that effectively to one-up the line in particular. I mean, not everybody can hit that, and then use it far more frequently against Joao. Nice volleys as well, he's fairly complete.
Yeah, he started using it against Joao, didn't he, from behind the baseline and just throwing it sort of down the middle, nice and deep himself. Don't often see that these days. Players preferring to get the second hand on the racket and hit over the ball. brilliantly adjusted from Serundolo to work hard.
Yeah, there's no panic in the movement, is there? There's no sudden anxiety because he's had to change direction. Sign of how balanced he is and deals with that well. Needed to get a little bit of brush on it.
Ten Argentines began the 25th edition of the Argentina Open. Serundolo the last in the singles. Argentina do have a champion here already. Andriozzi teaming up the Frenchman Arribage won the doubles against the Brazilian duo Matos and Melo. Double fault from Serundolo, his first. Serundolo supported here by his coach Nicolas Pasta. Pablo Cuevas, the Uruguayan former ATP star, and Juan Acuna, his agent. And of course, he's also got his family members in the crowd roaring him on.
It's constant pressure against Fonseca because it's suddenly a game that was comfortable. You know, a couple of big strikes and you're in trouble suddenly from when it was looking good. So it just adds a little bit of pressure all the time.
That's wide. And that's a case in point, just what you were saying, Miles, that perhaps just going for a little too much. Fonseca's coach there, Guillermo Teixeira, just keep his man pretty relaxed. Fonseca's physio there, Egidio Michales as well. I'm sure he worked very, very hard on his player overnight. Break point.
Even Fonseca just being a little bit rushed. The ball accelerated off the surface.
Stressful moment for Francisco Serundolo, who would absolutely love to become the 7th Argentine to win this title. A home tournament for him. Serundolo survives a couple of huge forehands.
He was just going to keep slugging, wasn't he? Ball through the middle just didn't really give him any room to work with.
Get another chance though. Pressure building. And the Argentine #1. And he's missed it. What an error from that position in the court. Joao Fonseca, who broke in the first game, only to be broken back right away, has taken the lead once more in this opening set. He leads 4-3.
Been kicking himself there, Fonseca. 40-15 up, a couple of forehands. It's a little different this time because Fonseca got that break early on and sort of might have come very quickly, maybe just settled in a little more.
He's nerveless, isn't he? I mean, you'd expect an 18-year-old playing in his first ATP Tour final to be a little bit jittery, but it's just not the case.
It doesn't appear to be. I mean, I think he does feel it a little bit like that the match yesterday. He sort of, we saw the footwork just kind of dropped off a little bit, and he kind of went. He'd been very measured, if it's a word you can use, because he's still hitting with phenomenal force, but just up the risk a little too much. He looks calm, certainly in exterior.
For the second time, Francisco Serundolo, the Argentine #1, has been broken. This is the mother and the aunt of tournament director here in Buenos Aires, Martin. They've been here enjoying the action all week, and he's had many big names, including Guillermo Coria, former champion here. Juan Monaco was in the stands, 2007 winner. Diego Schwartzman, of course, retiring earlier in the week after his second round defeat to Pedro Martinez, 2021 champion. And Facundo Diaz-Acosta, last year's winner. Other champions from Argentina include Gaston Gaudio and David Nalbandian. Francisco Serundolo looking to join those 6 as a home champion, but he's up against it.
Dangerous guy to take on in a forehand cross-court rally. Has those periods, isn't he, where he just catches fire. He's done that in a couple of his matches. Just unplayable for sort of periods of time.
Fonseca broke in the first game of this match, only to be broken right away. Looking to avoid that same fate, but that's a very good shot from Serundolo. A massive second serve from Fonseca. Serundolo was ready for it though. And he's just hit a third forehand winner.
I was just thinking the same. I mean, he's right the way back and is up above shoulder height. He's dealt with it well, and that's a better forehand. I just wonder if Serundolo's really completely settled yet. It was a pretty ropey last game. Bounding off the surface, but and I think it's something we've talked about quite a lot this week, Candy, an appropriate moment. I mean, this crowd have been, shall we say, enthusiastic. And if you give them a glimmer that it's affecting you, it just encourages them. And he hasn't, I mean, he's had plenty of support himself, but he's had the Argentinians, against him. He's played, this is his 4th one.
He has not batted an eyelid.
Yeah, he opened that door a little bit to show them they're getting under your skin. It's only going to encourage them, and he hasn't.
Oh yeah, perhaps he had a little too much time. Advertised the attempted drop shot. Fonseca and Serundolo had seen it as well and was moving forward. Maybe that's why he missed it. Alexander Zverev was certainly upset with all the whistling and jeering in between first and second serves the other day. Covered the line, just missing Serundolo.
Yeah, surprise tactic. Just, again, changes the rhythm, the tempo of the point. Seem to do that occasionally on the return.
Juice we go, what a game this is. He's underdone it. There was a couple of cracking forehands from Serundolo, put himself in a good position.
And I don't think it's necessarily the wrong option on Monaco. Champion back in 2007.
The net cords, and it's wide, so it is a hole for Joao Fonseca. He does what he couldn't do in game 2. And backs up the break. 5-3 leads in this opening set.
Yeah, just wondering about Serundolo's settling. Just, I mean, he's played some good stuff, but you know, a couple of drop shots haven't been particularly well played. And I suppose a good opponent does that to unsettle your decision making.
Just sort of sign with Todo Poderoso Joao, which means almighty. Pretty good description, isn't it, of the 18-year-old? It's an interesting little sneak attack, and he's thrown them in randomly.
That's, I think, a really good lesson, because some players you never see sort of change that up. And I mean, he has had break points, but I think for players you maybe get to 4-all and you haven't really made an impact. It's a good way to just, it's a different look as well, different dynamics for the server. Court maybe just looks a bit different, might just change their, just put little thoughts in their mind.
Of course, with Joao taking that ball so early, it's also giving Serundolo less time. The natural surface, you're going to get a bad bounce or two.
30-15.
Another attacking return there, wasn't it, from Fonseca this one off the forehand. Of course, in terms of experience, well, that belongs to Francisco Serundolo, winner of 3 ATP Tour titles. Won UMAG at the end of last year. He's got a title on the grass at Eastbourne in 23 and Borstad 2022. Francisco Serundolo. So he holds with few problems in that game, but he's already been broken twice, has broken the Fonseca serve once, and must do it again in order to continue this opening set. In terms of shot quality, Serundolo and Fonseca showing the same numbers behind serve, 7.5 out of 10. The return has been edged by the man in your picture, Serundolo. Forehands. Well, right now it's advantage Joao Fonseca. And the backhand is slightly edged by the Brazilian. We'll keep you up to date on the numbers.
I mean, one of the standout numbers, conversion or lack of for Serundolo, just getting into an aggressive position. I mean, they both hit exactly the same amount of attacking shots, but Serundolo's only been able to convert those 47% of the time, so he's quite a way behind. I feel like his unforced errors have come at more significant moments than Fonseca's.
A very warm day here in Buenos Aires, Argentina, 25th edition of this wonderful tournament, ATP 250. We're going to have a new champion. Will it be the almighty Joao Fonseca? Or will it be the fabulous Francisco Serundolo? Fonseca has the chance to serve this out after getting another break of serve, led 5-3. Serundolo's done well to hold his serving response. Maybe try and serve it out. Let's see if he can. So one time, Miles, wasn't it? He erred slightly playing against Laszlo Djere, up 5-3 in the second set after winning the first on a breaker. Just played a poor game.
Yeah, I think tension got the better of him. Djere never backed down, did he? Stayed right there with him.
Long, but you have to say probably the right play.
I think it was. It just looked like he hesitated a moment after the approach, which just means you're a meter further back. The volley's that much more difficult.
A
forward or a smash?
I think a hybrid.
It was up above head height. Big serve. Serundolo does well just to get it back within the lines. Look at that height. I mean, it's almost a smash extension, isn't it?
I've seen people hit those and look rather silly. Second serve's been a bit of a problem for Fonseca. It's won just 4 out of 12 so far. A 5th point and a very important one. He's been going pretty big on that second serve. And spin. And after 42 minutes, the 18-year-old's playing his first ever ATP Tour final. These are set points.
Loves that position, Serundolo. No problem generating pace, and again, he's got the ability to generate angle in both directions. Whips the racket around, that ball going right through the corner.
What a brilliant serve. Goes out wide. Second set point coming up. Some of his placements, in his first serve in particular. And how about that for a finish? A first ace from Joao Fonseca. It couldn't come at a better time. Just splendid tennis from the 18-year-olds. He is one set away from winning his first ever ATP Tour title. He likes it.
Well, great players have a way of announcing themselves in style, and this just might be it for Joao Fonseca. Perhaps not the tidiest match from both players, as understandably nerves at play. A first final for the young Brazilian Serundolo playing at home. Looks like he's still to settle. 17 and 18 unforced errors apiece. We've seen the firepower from the forehand. I think things might just draw a line under that. Just take a couple of deep breaths. The fun might be just about to begin. Effective serving again from Fonseca behind that first. Second was a little bit of trouble at times. The reverse is the story for Serundolo. He'd like a little more value from his first serve. Serundolo converting his sole break point. Fonseca being able to generate 5 in all.
He is to become the 7th Argentine winner of this tournament. Francisco Serundolo has had to do it the hard way. He's a set down to the 18-year-old from Brazil in a packed court. Guillermo Villas. No spare seat, and understandable. What a final this is. This ATP 250 level tournament. Tournament organisers must be so pleased.
Por favor.
Now, we've seen that a few times, Miles. He's undercooked it massively, Francisco Serundolo. Almost looks like he needs to put it to bed for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, 3 times. That I think it's been the right shot. I mean, you can see Fonseca way back in the court. Anything probably short of the service line would have done.
And he's done it as well. Joao Fonseca with the court at his mercy.
A little less room, but still, I think it's, you know, a reasonably played one would have got the job done. And it's what I think often what finals are about. It's not about playing better than you've done. It's about maintaining your level when the stakes are so much higher.
Oh, he's feeling it right now, Joao Fonseca. There's a big reaction, wasn't it, after we won the first set, and another one there.
Yeah, again, he has these patches, and some of the great players we've been watching, just moments in a match, 15, 20 minutes, where they separate themselves from their opponents.
An 8th forehand winner for Joao Fonseca. And another break point. He's converted 2 of 5 so far. That's a brilliant back behind from Francisco Serundolo. He's broken in the first game, the first set. Doesn't want to let it happen again. Much better drop shot this time from Francisco Serundolo.
Yes, you know, Candy, I'm a fan of this shot. I think it's because it's effective, but it's, you know, it's not overly risky. Just basically like a short slice backhand you'd play in that direction. Makes it awkward for the opponent. He's got to try and really play it accurately.
Crowd sensing that was coming next. And Francisco Serundolo gets himself out of trouble in a game where Joao Fonseca earned himself another break point. This time it's not taken. And Serundolo leads set 2, 1 game to love. The crowd would love this one to go all the way. Fonseca, though, has had his fair share of 3-set battles. 3 of his 4 matches have gone the distance. And there's no doubt that the young man would love to wrap this up in straight sets before he takes the plane to his native Rio de Janeiro the next tournament.
Yeah, and Serundolo's job here to stay in touch, to stay in front if he can, give the crowd something to cheer, to create an atmosphere.
Just drops in. I'll just take perhaps all the sting out of the Fonseca game, maybe a little belief as well. As we spoke about earlier, Fonseca's played almost 3 hours more in this tournament than his opponents.
The players obviously comfortable sliding on that right leg, but more and more on the left leg as well.
The only number of miles in the first set that slightly looked worrisome, didn't it, for Joao Fonseca? His points won behind the second serve, 5 of 13, 38% success rate in the opening set. Let's see if he can do better here in set 2.
15. That's a set. Gracias.
High live needed for that.
Another good return. He's done a good job of Serundolo just finding a decent length, and I think that was, as you talked about, the second serve numbers. He hasn't always had a chance off behind the first, but in the second he's found a good length. He's found the backhand a little more frequently, of course, as you'd expect.
Keen to get going, isn't he, Fonseca? He's not waiting for the crowd to be silent.
Easy doesn't make that look. Instead of what a good athlete Serundolo is, yes, it's a little short, but still, how much is going at it? Looks loose, but still driving, both feet up off the ground.
And there's a fan. He's making his feelings known. That is too good. It wasn't an easy volley. Had to change directions quickly. The weight was on the left foot and just steers it in.
What a great move. He knows he just needs to control it, deaden the pace, and there's lots of space at the front. It's taken away all Serundolo's time by serving bowling. And I mean, I think the secret's out, Kenny, but yeah, he just, he played his best tennis in the semi-finals, I think, or the best of the week so far. Yeah, he brought in the serve and volley more.
Yep.
He's been willing to just do those different things, and as the pressure's got greater and greater.
He's got an incredible tennis IQ. Joao Fonseca, constantly changing things up, never allowing his opponent to settle. Once again takes the first point of the Francisco Serundolo game. There's Francisco's father. Clever serve into the body. IQ's Francisco Serundolo, a bit of a maths genius, that he loves everything to do with numbers. Spent a brief time at the University of South Carolina playing US college tennis before deciding to go professionally. Serundolo ended last year's clay season on a 6-1 winning run. He won his third ATP Tour title in Umag, Croatia, defeated the then world number 9 Andre Rublev in the semis, and then Lorenzo Musetti in the final.
Absolutely textbook here. Up inside the baseline, the footwork, hopping on that right leg. Doesn't take on too much of the line with the backhand approach. He's taken it early enough.
equal to 15 for Francisco Serundolo, local man. In front here in set 2. We're on serve. Early stages. He's recovered well in the opening set. His top 100 was Francisco Serundolo 2022 when he achieved a new career high ranking 11 times. Just astonishing. Career high 119 in June 2023. Shortly after being the runner-up in Lyon, where he lost to Martin Felice. He went on to win the Esport Grass in 2023. The first Argentine to win an ATP Tour Grass titles. On serve through the first 3 games of set 2, Joao Fonseca looking for his first ever ATP Tour title at the age of 18. A set. If he can win one more, he will be the 10th youngest champion in ATP Tour history since 1990, when the records began.
By far, a clever little bit of cat and mouse there. It was excellent from Fonseca initially. The slice, you've got to get that across the line. If it's a forehand for Serundolo, we've seen how many times he can just flick that into the forehand side himself.
Piece of art, drop shot off the backhand wing.
It's like one of those golf chips, isn't it? One bounce and then just sticks on the Velcros. Get the racket moving through it, so you got some slide on it. Look, it doesn't really go forward after the bounce. That one did. Those little chips at one hop and check, or
straight
2 hops
into the
and
hole.
check.
Regularly, if only.
The big sandy hole.
Trying to avoid those. Fonseca after his second ace follows up one of those cracking forehands.
14-15.
And speed registered at the Australian Open as bigger than both Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner's. Which tops with backhand speed also higher than Sinner's and identical to Alcaraz's at Melbourne Park earlier this year. Well, what a game from him. I've been expecting perhaps just some slight slip from Fonseca. It hasn't happened yet. 2 aces in that game, 2 games all.
Good view, just at how simple that service action is. It just sort of throws the ball up and the racket goes into a throwing position. Yes, that generates a pace, but he's clearly just got those sort of fast, snap, elastic muscles. Game. Just, as I said, almost looking to see, not necessarily waiting if there's any sort of dip or any sort of tiredness for Fonseca. Missed a forehand at the start of the last game. Think, oh, is this the moment? And then right back. And the backhand as well. I thought the simplicity of the serve. The backhand's beautifully simple shots as well.
Again, perhaps just sensing his moment here, Fonseca wants to hear it a little bit from the Brazilian fans. He's looking very interested. Better from Serundolo, shown in a couple of beauties just recently.
Yeah, interesting how far behind the baseline. I mean, that's an excellent length. A little bit of time to recover because that ball floated. How far back Fonseca is. And Serundolo clear enough in thought to realise that.
Does him again. It slid in beautifully from Serundolo. 30 to 30 all.
That's exactly it. Again, he's got his opponent a long way back and just skips the racket moving, slides it across the ball. Late change. He's got the most extreme grip, it doesn't seem, Serundolo, so it's not as big a change.
He didn't need to go for quite as much, did he? Fonseca again, right, almost up against the backboard. At times today, Fonseca's been playing around 9 meters behind the baseline. Another break point for Joao Fonseca. He had one in the first game of this second set. And it's a gimme from Francisco Serundolo. A couple of forehands go wide. With Fonseca again stranded. And now the Brazilian has the title on his racket. He leads by a set and 3. Fonseca breaking for the 3rd time. And that might be all he needs. And he was absolutely gifted the game. Got off to a good start. Serundolo loved 30, brought it back to 30 all, and then blew 2 forehands wide, with Joao Fonseca stranded really in the court, well behind the baseline. The Brazilian will take it, and he leads 3-2 in the second set. Crowd will really get behind the local favourite, the Argentine #1. He needs them to.
Tough moments, because this is where Serundolo could sort of almost just take a breath, and there's almost nothing to lose now, and just settle down. He's got the speed to make Fonseca play balls. He rose up over the back fence. Annoyed with that one into the rally. Pretty well. In general, though, having said that, Fonseca 4 from 5 points, 1 behind the second in this set. It wasn't so rosy in the first.
to watch it all the way. Goes back to where he went the first time. Brilliant from Fonseca. Those are easy to miss. It was interesting to see his coach just cycle his fingers over after going love 30 down, telling his player not to hesitate, not to pause, just to continue.
Yeah, keep going. And what was only a good volley, it just shows again, especially on this surface, just not quite having your footing makes that the pass a little bit more difficult.
Serve. Another at a crucial time. He's won 3/4 of first service points today. Much in better number than his opponent has managed.
Again, that serve and volley. Just put a little thought in Serundolo's mind. Is he thinking, is he going to do it again? That's not a play. Taking the pace off into Serundolo's forehand, that doesn't bother him at all. Yeah, that was an intentional reversal, and he was scrambling a little bit. I'd love to have seen another serve of that.
He just might juice 6-game second set. Perhaps had a little too much time to think about it.
He was in between, wasn't he? I mean, he took one above head height early on, but that was just about on top of the net. Feet did not really go forward to the bounce or back. I mean, that's fully extended.
That's a brilliant time to throw in the serve volley, using the heavy kicker, points to his head.
Learning quickly, success the last time, the Alcaraz special. Volley's the easy part, it's a sort of a decision to do it, that's probably the toughest.
7 out of 10 now, 1 at the net for Fonseca, 3 volley winners included.
Serve again, just climbing up on Serundolo. I mean, you told us the numbers where Fonseca's playing from. I mean, Serundolo's as far back as you can go. I mean, that's, what are you saying, 8-9 meters behind the court?
It's as far as you can go. You can't go any further.
Can't go that far back on the courts I've been playing at. not if you want to play on the same court.
And how about that? Rock steady from Joao Fonseca. Again, points to his forehead. The young man using all of those brain cells to extend his advantage in this second set now to 4-2. Snuffs out the break point from Francisco Serundolo, who's only had 2, has converted once. And time is running out for the 5th seed.
I'm reminded of I was listening to a podcast, a psychologist the other day. I think it might have been Professor Stephen Peters, who I'm sure you've heard of. And he said, you know, resilience is as much about not eroding. What we're born with resilience, just don't let it go. And in a way, the way that Fonseca's dealt with that, it's almost, it's just not about talking negatively to himself. He's just got on with it.
I think you're absolutely right with that. It's like, despite that missed forehand, he doesn't know what it's like to be scared.
Maybe he doesn't, he's 18.
Serundolo, the man with the pressure, 26 years old, the much higher world ranking. He's got 3 ATP Tour titles. He is the Argentine #1. He's trying to become the 7th from Argentina to win this title. come good for Serundolo?
Because Fonseca's, he's been caught deep in the court a few times, hasn't he? It's not just the quality of the drop shot. A little surprised. I mean, even that one, he's reaching for it. Yeah, just an indication. Played some good stuff, but doesn't want to get passive. I want to give Serundolo time to really click into his rhythm.
We haven't seen the very best, have we, from Francisco Serundolo. Played an astonishingly good third set against Alexander Zverev in difficult conditions in the quarterfinals. It was very windy that night. Played a very solid match against Pedro Martinez in the semis. And he returns the favour, throws in the serve and volley. Brilliant serve and brilliant volley combination. Getting to the conclusion of the second set. 4-3, Joao Fonseca leads with the break.
Yeah, it's a good point you make. I mean, you can only beat what's in front of you. He did beat the world number 2. But, yeah, good performance has been enough in his other matches, hasn't it? And, yeah, I completely agree. I haven't seen the best of him so far here today, which I think would just be a little bit frustrating. But if Fonseca's not careful, he does sort of back off a little bit and gives his opponent time to just find that rhythm. Watch out.
Time is running out for Francisco Serundolo, so perhaps this is his moment to shine. It's not too late. That's what makes this remarkable sport, doesn't it? It's a thing that anything can still happen. Not over until they move to the net and shake hands. No time limit in tennis. The person who wins the last point wins the match. An hour and 15 on the clock so far. And Joao Fonseca, the 18-year-old Brazilian, currently ranked world number 99. Has a set and break lead. Buenos Aires born Francisco Serundolo. But those 8 points are going to be difficult to get. One down. Hasn't blinked yet, has he, Joao Fonseca? And he reached the quarterfinals at his home tournament in Rio de Janeiro last year. After that happened, not to go to the University of Virginia in the United States and play college tennis. A good decision by all accounts. He will be the Brazilian #1 on Monday.
Those sort of points he can pick off, absolutely ideal.
Made his ATP Tour debut a couple of years ago in his native Rio de Janeiro. He was a wild card at 16 years of age in 2023.
Oh, it's an outrageous backhand. And it's so easy as well. Well, he makes it look that way. Djokovic like that, just sort of that, even able to get an angle from that position, get it going away from his opponent.
Fabulous. Fonseca goes wide again from the juice court. 4 points separate him from his first ever ATP Tour title.
Every time this week, he missed that backhand. It looked in the second point, it looked just maybe a little frantic. And then he answers again with 3 great points, and that's what he's done all week. Every time he just think, well, hang on, let's come up with something better.
So Francisco Serundolo serving now to stay in the match, 3-5. Serundolo largely serving wide with his first serve. Skips off the clay. Fonseca believes it was a bad bounce.
Yeah, I wonder if he sort of pre-planned that, and the backhand response from Serundolo was just a little deeper than he expected.
Both men have managed 4 backhand winners in total today. Too good. And shot quality actually up there for Fonseca at 7.5, but even better from Serundolo right now at 8.6. And he's done what he can do now behind serve. Francisco Serundolo has been broken 3 times, but not there. That was simply superb. It sends a message up the other end. But in 90 seconds' time, it will be Joao Fonseca serving for the match.
Getting himself in touch, he's given himself a chance. Will he get a look in? And Fonseca has that ability, doesn't he, just to blow through a game as he did in the last. Since there might be a few nerves, there won't be any shortage of energy, the adrenaline will be pumping. Can he control it?
Brazilian fans feeling rather pleased with themselves, but there's no doubt they're going to be incredibly nervous. Rich tennis tradition in both Argentina and Brazil.
Yeah, the Brazilians are thinking, we got 14, 15 years of party ahead of us with this guy.
Enjoyed victory under Guga Curtin. Get one under Joao Fonseca. Well, it's been a carnival-like atmosphere here at the Argentina Open in the heart of Buenos Aires at this fabulous facility. And it's been a wonderful ATP 250 level tournament. The 25th edition of the Argentina Open has been a revelation. We've seen the end of the career for Diego Schwartzman. Serundolo back in the final for the 2nd time, but now it's Fonseca serving for the match. How will he, the 18-year-old, control the nerves? Just imagine what he is feeling inside. He hasn't given a lot away today, has he, Fonseca, in terms of nerves? He's got to be feeling them now.
Excellent return. Back on him quickly. Just do think again that we saw yesterday, feet just get a little heavy. And he slipped in that last game, sort of missed his footing a little.
In the sixth game of set 2, Fonseca was love 30 down. Managed to save a break point, come through it unscathed. Let's see if he can again. Ooh, that was a wild miss. Good second serve follow-up, though, from Fonseca.
Señoras y señores, por favor, en beneficio de los jugadores y en muestra de respeto.
Fonseca is trying his best in the chair.
And again, how good this 18-year-old's not even reacting to that. So volley out wide.
Oh, I like it.
Why should he? He's got that in the tank. This time he is quickly into position and lands a beauty. How quick the footwork is here. Perfect setup. Allows the arm just to extend towards the target.
20 total winners from Fonseca. 12 have come off the forehand wing. And there's 46 wins in his winners in his semi-final.
Por favor, señores, por favor.
Oh, was it a bad bounce or was it an eye off the ball from Fonseca?
Yeah, it did come through low, didn't it?
Certainly did. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Break points for Francisco Serundolo. He's had 2, he's converted 1. It's wide. And Francisco Serundolo wants to hear the noise because he has broken for the second time today. And he has done it. As Joao Fonseca was attempting to finish off the match behind serve. 5 games all. Fonseca again erring. Didn't make enough first serves, did he? Similar situation to a 5-3 second set lead over Laszlo Djere in the semi-finals. And now the 18-year-old has to settle himself down. We're back on level terms.
Por favor, el partido continúa. Gracias. Por favor.
Can't hear themselves think.
Could be a good thing.
Respeto hacia ambos jugadores. Gracias.
No reaction. I mean, imagine the disappointment he must feel. He's been 2 points away, touching distance of his first ATP title. He's got tight. But there's no apparent despondency, right back on it. Look at him still. He's pointing to his heart. He's got the Wawrinka pointing to his temple. Yesterday, didn't he, as you mentioned, he really had to deal with some disappointment, some adversity when he was so close. So for the match, had to come back to it in 3.
Incredible stuff from Joao Fonseca. What a reaction to being broken. He hasn't let his head or his shoulders drop at all, has he? And in response, 3 more break points for the 18-year-old who shows such a lot of heart. He said after the Laszlo Djere semi-final, it was a sore one. He was obviously in pain. He used everything he had. I'm not quite sure why Nacho continues to try. There's a lot of emotion in the crowd. He's trying his best. He's getting pretty heated in the Buenos Aires sun Sunday afternoon with a football-like atmosphere. And it looks like one of the spectators might not see this match out. Well done, Francisco Serundolo. 1 break point saved, 2 more to come.
The best thing might be to let them get on with the tennis and provide some entertainment other than up in the stands. What a great volley that was. Still going on.
Well, this time the bounce works in Joao Fonseca's favour. Bang off the line. He breaks to 15. Incredible scenes out here on court Guillermo Villas. A 4th break of serve for Joao Fonseca. He'll get another chance to finish this off. Wow.
Inspirational response, isn't it? I mean, it's sort of tempted to say, you know, for the kids out there to take a lesson, but how about all of us?
Whatever age you are.
Deal with that adversity, but it doesn't. It's not like he's had to deal with it. It almost seems like it's not there.
Yes.
Might be some disappointment in this area in a moment.
Be more like Joao, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be billboards throughout Brazil, perhaps Argentina, and the entire world. Just be more like Joao. It's simple.
We talked about all week, just a sort of clarity of thought and perspective. That was a very impressive moment, but he's got to do it all again.
Earlier this month, Joao Fonseca had the pleasure of playing some Davis Cup. Representing Brazil, he lost to the Frenchman Hugo Humbert, who's won another title earlier today in his homeland. Fonseca looking to repeat the feats. And he's got another chance to try and serve it out. Didn't manage it at 5-4, perhaps he will at 6-5.
What a point that is. It was made difficult by Serundolo. The defensive work was deep. Remember, last time around, he's been here once already. He missed 4 balls. One of them very unlucky, looked to be a bad bounce. It's a good start.
He didn't get enough first serves in, did he, in that previous service game of his, but he got right back on the horse, broke to 15. What can this man not do? That is the question. Double fault from Fonseca, just his second of the match, first of this set. Huge stress. And we've just heard that he's going to be playing in his native Rio de Janeiro for the third time this Monday. He's third on centre court. So it's going to be a quick turnaround, but Fonseca won't care a jot about that right now. 3 points away. Alexander Müller will be his Rio first round opponent. Good work from Serundolo, keeping the ball deep down the middle. Those big first serves will come in very, very handy for Fonseca.
Por favor, señores. Por favor.
It's a great second serve. 2 points from victory. Guillermo Teixeira, the mastermind behind Joao Fonseca, urging his man on.
It's another phenomenal return. Great movement from Serundolo.
Great point. 26-year-old Argentinian.
Por favor, señoras y señores.
It's long, and Serundolo has done it again. Takes advantage of a few more second serves from Fonseca, and we're heading to a tiebreaker. Unbelievable scenes out here on centre court. A drama-filled ending to this second set. Which way is it going to go? Fonseca has attempted to serve it out at 5-4, and now 6-5. And has not been able to cross the line as he attempts to win a first ever ATP Tour title. This man has more experience in these huge matches.
Oh, it's for me a little surprising miss. It just looked as though, you know, he's finding his game there with, you know, really solid, giving Fonseca the chance to miss.
Well, it was a dream final, wasn't it? Fonseca versus Serundolo, Brazil versus Argentina, and it's given us just about everything. Woo. And how about that for a backhand?
As good as any we've seen. Such control to let that ball ever so slightly fade off the strings.
Tiebreaker of the tournament for Fonseca. A first for Serundolo. And wowzers! Fonseca played that tiebreak against Laszlo Djere, didn't he, in unbelievable fashion, and looks like he's going to repeat the feat. 3-love.
3-0, Fonseca.
Yeah, it was pretty flawless as this has been so far. I mean, even the speed of Serundolo is nowhere near.
Gracias.
He wants it so much, doesn't he? Can he stay relaxed? What can Francisco Serundolo do in response? Forehand long, 4-love. Joao Fonseca.
Fonseca. Gracias.
And finally, Serundolo on the board. They have some relief.
4-1, Fonseca.
Bad bounce, but just a little bit of a sort of mound of clay behind the line.
Gracias.
Keep searching for that middle one. In the last game when he served it out, he went after it, and there's also less margin there, isn't it? The wide one, he's got all that kick, all that room to sort of kick it in and take Serundolo out of court.
It's a massive slap with the forehand. They'll change ends with Joao Fonseca playing another blindingly good tiebreaker. On the one against Laszlo Djere, 7 points to 3. This time he's 5-1 up.
I mean, that's huge. It's just the power on that. See, Serundolo's there, he just cannot control it.
Just 12 months ago, Fonseca earned his maiden tour level match win at his home tournament. 12 months on, he was on the verge of winning his first ever ATP Tour title. Incredible work from fabulous Fonseca. Victory surely must be his. The 18-year-old has 5 match points.
Gracias.
Fabulous Fonseca captures his first ATP Tour title. Becomes the first man born in 2006 or later to win an ATP Tour title. He's the lowest ranked champion in Argentina Open history. Incredible from the 18-year-old. Serve for it at 5-4, serve for it again at 6-5, but plays an unbelievable tiebreaker against the local hero, Francisco Serundolo. Disappointed once again. His second final here in his native Buenos Aires. But it's Joao Fonseca who lives his hands and his arms up in glory. He is a superstar. 6-4, 7-6. The title is his.
Yes, a very special young man. Not only the way he played, the shots that he can execute, but the mentality as well. It was a bumpy ride at times. He had to come back, he had to fight through a couple of tricky three-setters. His first title's sweet. There'll be more to come. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But a very, very sweet moment for him and his team. If you're into stocks, he's a buy, isn't he?
I think I'd be bullish on Joao Fonseca.
Oh, he might have missed the boat by now. I think they said the secret's out. Yeah, just, I mean, he blows you away with the shots he can produce, and fitting perhaps at the forehand was the one that sealed the deal. But how about, yeah, the heart to show how calm he was in front of I don't know if it was a hostile crowd, but it was energized. They were fully engaged. They were making a lot of noise with both players. He dealt with everything that was put in front of him serenely.
Oh, this man must be absolutely devastated. Beaten handily in his first ever ATP Tour final in 2021 by his countryman Diego Schwartzman. Today, a much closer contest. Serundolo never quite finding his A game. And in the end, the better player won. 76 total points for Fonseca, 67 for Francisco Serundolo. Managed well by Nacho Forchadell, very experienced chair umpire, who tried to settle down the very exuberant crowd. It was a football-like atmosphere, and it sees this man capture his first ever ATP Tour title. The question now is, how many is he going to win? And we're going to hear from Joao Fonseca. Cool, calm and collected as he has been all week. Let's go down on court.
Joao Fonseca's here, the new Argentinian Open champion. So congratulations for winning your first ATP level title. Which are the feelings after this big achievement?
Unbelievable week. I mean, look at this, even in Argentina, there are some Brazilians cheering for me, and that's just amazing. I mean, every Brazilian, everyone from their country wants this support from your own country. So, I mean, for me, this that I'm living is just unbelievable. I just want to thank my family, my friends, my sponsors, for just helping me achieve my dream to just play tennis. My real dream is play tennis. Of course, I want to be #1. Of course, I want to win slams, titles. But my dream is just play tennis, and I'm living it. So I just thank them, and it's just an unbelievable week. Yeah.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, that.
Te agradezco mucho al Grupo IEB por confiar en nosotros, a todos los sponsors, a toda la gente que ha venido. Les agradezco no solamente hoy, sino durante toda la semana. Hemos batido un récord de los 25 años. El último año, el 2007, habíamos tenido una asistencia de 64.000 personas. Este año fue más de 66.500. El agradecimiento a todos ustedes y toda la gente que vino toda esta semana. Y por último, 4 palabras quiero decirle a mi equipo. Muchas gracias, amado equipo. Los amo.
Muchas gracias por tu palabra, Martín. Ahora le daremos la palabra a Martín Hughes.
Bueno, lo mío muy cortito. Yo en realidad 2 mensajitos que quería dar. El primero es algo que lamentablemente en tenis no se puede dar, que es que nos hubiera gustado que hubiera un empate. En el tenis no es de los pocos deportes que no se puede empatar, así que le tocó a uno de los dos. Fran espectacular, Joao espectacular también. Uno de los dos tenía que ganar y eso deja contento a una parte y no deja tan contento a la otra parte, pero el espectáculo fue de primera, así que nos han regalado un día, una semana increíble. Y segundo, como saben, cumplimos 25 años de este torneo, por lo menos desde que nosotros somos 8. Martín acaba de agradecer a una cantidad de gente que yo no voy a repetir ahora, pero quería usar solamente 30 segundos para decirles que si hay alguien que hay que agradecer de estos 25 años de este torneo, es justamente a él, a Martín Jaite. Me parece que tendríamos todos que darle un gran aplauso. Trabajar con Martín es increíble, es un líder fuera de serie, cómo trabaja con su equipo, cómo lo quiere la gente, los sponsors, el club, todo el mundo. Martín, nos das una lección de cómo se hacen estas cosas permanentemente. No tengo palabras para agradecerte más que este abrazo grande que te voy a dar ahora. Y bueno, despídanlo con un gran aplauso a los 25 años que estamos festejando. Gracias.
Gracias por tus palabras, Martín. Ahora le damos la palabra a Juan Ignacio Agustín.
Buenas tardes a todos. Bueno, Fran, impresionante, partidazo. Encima te jugaste el viernes a la noche, un partidazo, 2 ayer, 1 hoy, una cosa de locos. Y Joao, no puedo creer lo bien que jugás, es impresionante, 18 años, así que seguramente te veremos en un montón de finales. Felicitaciones a los dos, un aplauso para ustedes. Muchas gracias a la organización por el hecho de confiar en nuestra empresa, en IEB, para ponerle el nombre a este hermoso torneo. Vengo a este torneo desde que soy muy chiquito. Conozco las 25 ediciones, así que para mí es un honor pero muy grande poder ponerle el nombre a este torneo en este año que son las bodas de plata, ¿no? ¿Por qué? Porque comulgamos con los valores del tenis, con el mérito, con el esfuerzo, con el sacrificio, con la vida sana y con todo lo lindo que eso representa. Así que muchísimas gracias a la ATP y también estoy muy contento de anunciarles que por lo menos el año que viene también vamos a auspiciar como naming sponsors. Muchísimas gracias Martín, toda la organización. Y bueno, eso sería todo. Un beso grande a todos.
Muchas gracias, Juan Ignacio. Ahora sí, en primera ronda venció a Luciano Darderi por 6-4 y 6-4. En octavos hizo lo propio ante Juan Manuel Serundolo 6-2 y 6-3. En cuartos de final dejó en el camino a Alexander Zverev 3-6, 6-3, 6-2. Y en la semifinal derrotó a Pedro Martínez por 6-2 y 6-4. Y hoy en la final cayó ante Joao Fonseca. Recibimos con un fuerte aplauso al finalista del Argentina Open 2025, Francisco Serundolo. Hace entrega del premio Martín Cruz. Francisco, te pedimos unas palabras para tu público.
Bueno, buenas tardes a todos. Primero que nada, quiero felicitar a Joao y a su equipo. Creo que, bueno, todos saben la clase de jugador que sos, lo rápido que venís creciendo, que venís mejorando, que venís avanzando. Creo que estos días los puedo conocer un poquito más, no los conocía mucho y también son unas grandes personas, así que los quiero felicitar y les deseo lo mejor en el futuro porque seguramente pronto los veamos en los mejores rankings, mejores torneos e instancias finales, así que felicitaciones. Bueno, después agradecer a los Martínez, a los sponsors del torneo, al club, a los Ball Boys, a toda la organización que siempre trata de dar lo mejor en este torneo. Creo que cada año lo van haciendo mejor, van mejorando y siempre es muy a gusto estar acá, así que les quiero agradecer a todos ustedes por hacer este hermoso torneo todos los años. Después agradecer a mi equipo, a Nico, Pablo, Mono, Juan, todo el equipo de TTP, Néstor, Marce, todos los que alguna vez fueron parte de mi equipo, hoy no están y y los que también me ayudan a crecer día a día, a mi familia, a todos mis amigos que están acá. Muchos no estaban porque no podía por las entradas, pero bueno, que me están alentando desde la tele. A todos ustedes que todos los días me alentaron como si fuera mi casa, y es mi casa, así que nada. Les quiero agradecer de verdad por todo el aliento de la semana y nada, perdón por no haber podido ganar hoy. Yo quería ganar más que todos ustedes. Así que nada, muchas gracias de verdad. Espero poder venir de nuevo, tener una revancha en una final y poder levantar algún día un título acá en casa. Así que muchas gracias, los quiero.
Gracias por tus palabras, Francisco. En primera ronda derrotó a Tomás Echeverry por doble 6-3. En octavos de final dejó en el camino a Federico Coria 2-6, 6-4 y 6-2. En cuartos fue triunfo ante Mariano Navone 3-6, 6-4 y 7-5. En semifinales hizo lo propio ante Laszlo Yere 7-6, 5-7 y 6-1. En la final de hoy venció a Francisco Serundolo por 6-4 y 7-6. Recibimos con un gran aplauso al campeón del IBE Argentina Open 2025, Joao Fonseca. Hacen entrega del premio Juan Ignacio Agustín y Martín Cate.
¿Quieres darme el trofeo? Y hablar primero.
Le pedimos una alabanza al campeón.
Bueno, buenas tardes a todos. Primero no podría empezar felicitando a Fran, un jugador buenísimo. No conocía mucho él, así fue el primero que todos los días que encontraba él en la academia me recibía muy bien, me daba buenos días, buenas tardes, muy respetuoso. Entonces una persona que todo el mundo tiene que aplaudir. Tengo que también felicitar a tu equipo, Pablo, que es un ídolo. Yo lo vi ganar en mi casa, entonces así es un ídolo también. Entonces felicitaciones por el trabajo que están haciendo. Y bueno, no podría agradecer a todo el mundo que está aquí, la torcida brasileña, obviamente. Obviamente tiene argentinos acá, es un poco difícil de jugar, mas me sentí mismo en casa. Mira eso, me sentí en casa en Argentina, pero muchas gracias mismo por todo. Bueno, la organización, todo el mundo, los pasapelotas, todo el mundo de la organización, el director del torneo, que me sentí muy bien recibido acá. Entonces, muy contento con la semana que pasé aquí. Obviamente quiero venir más un año, más cuantos años poder. Y quiero terminar agradeciendo mi equipo. Guilherme, Egidio y Guga, que están acá. Solo quiero agradecer a ustedes por la semana, por todo el trabajo en el Río. Solo nosotros sabíamos lo que pasamos todos los días trabajando duro. Y bueno, ganar eso es solo un sueño. Obviamente queremos mirar muy alto, mas todos nosotros pasamos por eso. Obviamente estoy muy contento. Solo tengo que agradecer a ustedes y todos los equipos que están en Río, mis amigos, mi patrocinador, todos que están ahí apoyando. Muchos vinieron de Brasil solo para mirar. Yo solo tengo que agradecer a eso. Me sentí muy bien. Muchas gracias a todos. ¡Vamos Brasil!
So it's a wow from Joao. 18 years, 5 months, 26 days old. He's the youngest South American man to win a tour level title since Perez Roldan won 1987. Buenos Aires. It's Joao Fonseca joining the victory circle on the ATP Tour title. This surely the first of many. He's the 2025 Argentina Open champion.